See, when you are expecting a child, whether you're going to adopt or whether you're going to adopt, whether you're pregnant or you got someone pregnant, whatever. There's a lot of things you've got to think of, before you decide that you're going to have a child, okay? Or even if it's an unplanned pregnancy, but there's so much stuff you've got to think about. And see, when you're expecting a child, right, whether you're happy about it or you prefer not to be pregnant or whatever, when you're expecting a child, there's no guarantees, not one single guarantee. I mean, like, you're not even guaranteed that that child is going to be born. You can have a miscarriage or whatever. You're not even guaranteed the life of that child. And see that child, is born, right? You're still guaranteed nothing. You're not guaranteed that it's going to live its first day. You're not guaranteed that it's going to be really smart and going to go to university. You're not guaranteed it's going to have green eyes and blonde hair. You're not guaranteed that it's not going to be disabled. You're not guaranteed that it's not going to be dyslexic. You're not guaranteed that that child is going to be musical or artistic. You're not guaranteed that that child is going to have a lot of friends. You're not guaranteed that that child won't turn into a criminal. You're guaranteed nothing about that child. You're not guaranteed that that child is going to be born being able to see and be able to hear. You're not guaranteed that that child is always going to be there for you and is always, gonna be close with you. You're not guaranteed that that child is gonna be hit by a car. Well, you're not guaranteed that it's not gonna be hit by a car. I think you see where I'm going here. You're not guaranteed that that child is gonna have to go in the hospital a lot. You're not guaranteed that that child is gonna survive. And you're not guaranteed that that child is, gonna want to drive, or you're not guaranteed that that child is gonna grow up and get married and have kids. You're not guaranteed that that child's gonna need glasses, or is gonna do well in school, or is gonna, I don't know. You're not guaranteed that child's not gonna get kicked out of school. You're not guaranteed that child is gonna turn to alcohol and drugs. Okay, you're not guaranteed anything about that child, and you're not guaranteed that anything natural. You're not guaranteed that the child is gonna have brown hair or blonde hair, jet black hair, and you're not guaranteed that that child is gonna be born with 5 fingers in each hand. Well, me, I was born with 6 fingers in each hand, but it's not the point. You're not guaranteed that that child is going to want to always be around you, okay? I don't understand some people that don't want their child to be their own person. And my parents used to be like that when I was a kid. I guess they still are. But when you have a child, when you're expecting a child, you're not guaranteed that that child's even going to be born, and if that child is born, you're not guaranteed one single thing about that child, okay? All the things I said, you're not gonna be guaranteed anything. And everything I said, that you're not going to be guaranteed that that child's going to go to university or have a lot of friends or have blue eyes and brown hair. You're not guaranteed that that child is going to be straight, and you're not guaranteed that that child's gender identity is going to match up with that child's biological sex, okay? You're not guaranteed anything about that child. And when you decide to have a child, you've got to be prepared, and you've got to make sure that you're going to love, cherish, care for, and just provide for that child for eternity, even when it's an adult. Okay? You've got to make sure that you're always going to be there for it, and you're always going to support it no matter what, because just remember, you're not guaranteed anything about it. Like, I don't understand some parents that turn their backs on their child if, you know, like, if they come out as gay or trans or like anything. Like, I don't understand why a parent would turn their back on a child, okay, like, on anything. But especially for, like, if your child, like, murders someone, okay, you still love that child, but you're gonna, not everyone, but you're gonna be kind of, not pissed off, but you're gonna be like, you know, what happened, like, why did you kill that person or whatever. Like, I know I'm getting off subject here, but that, maybe it wasn't a choice, but that person done that on their own accord. I don't understand how you can turn your back on a child for something that is so natural to them, and, you know, something that they can't choose, something that's psychological, and, you know, it's programmed into them from the day that the embryo is fertilized or whatever. Like being gay or being trans. Like, people act as though it's a choice, and people need to see that it's not a choice. And people need to see that it doesn't change a person, and it doesn't change a child. You know, see, like, I don't know if you're a parent watching this or whatever, but, and if you're not, if you're expecting a child, or, you know, you want to have kids, please just take this into your thoughts. Or if you've had a kid, and whether, you know, your child came out to you like a day ago, or like a few months ago, or like 30 years ago, I hope this video makes you think, because that child that has came out to you is, you know, gay, bisexual, trans, genderqueer, pansexual, whatever, that, you know, your son that just came out to you, or, you know, whatever, that's still the same little boy that was running down the beach when he was 3 years old making sandcastles. And, you know, the girl that's just told you that she's genderqueer and a lesbian, whatever, she's still the girl that would go to the park all the time and, you know, go on the swings and everything. They're still your child, and you still have to love them and cherish them and provide for them no matter what. You can't just turn your backs on them when something happens that you don't like. And it's not like it just happens. You know, that child will realise, like, you know, if they are gay or whatever, they will realise it at some point in their life. But it doesn't change the person they are. You know, I don't understand when someone comes out to a person, that person will treat the person that came out differently. Because before they came out, they treated them fine, and they loved them and respected them. Then as soon as they come out, they act like they're a different person when they're not. So when you're expecting a child, you're not guaranteed anything at all. You can't turn your back on your child because they're gay or trans, or because they've got ginger hair, or, you know, because they're dyslexic, or because, you know, they have alcohol issues, whatever. You can't turn your back on a child for anything, especially not something that's biological and psychological, something that they didn't choose. So I hope this video made you think about stuff. Yeah, just something that's been on my mind for a long time now, and I thought I'd share it with you. So I'll see you later.